And as you can see, she's already implemented the pregnancy strategy, just to lock in more leverage and secure the bag. See, this is why they prop up guys like Travis. Everyone lined him up, not just his Dollar Tree mop bucket and her shady family, but the NFL too. They're all in on it. It's a whole coordinated operation to complete the transfer of wealth. The playbook is simple. Pay the black man, then surround him with flamingos to rob him blind, and the NFL, they're more than happy to play their part. For them, sabotaging a black man is just another day in the office. That's the mission. Outside of using them to make money themselves. Look at the numbers. They gave Shadeur Sanders, a confident black man with a strong black father, a 4-year, $4.6 million deal. Travis, $46 million. And don't think that was a reward. In fact, all of it was a setup and orchestrated. They're also setting up Travis too. The trap was already built in the deal. If you're a confident black man raised by a strong black father, they punish you. If you're soft, feminine, mama raised, and paired up with a racially ambiguous chick, they throw money at you.
This take was so bad, I had to immediately put up my tripod and turn on the camera because I could not sit around and not make a video on this just because I had to get it out there before it was too late. Pink Book, you are an intelligent individual. I can tell by the videos that you make, but you're falling in line just like everybody else as far as grifting off of whatever narrative you're trying to spin. A lot of times, it actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like pretty much 99% of your videos are well within context and you make a lot of sense and you make a lot of good points, pointing out a lot of this stuff that is hypocritical in the black community, and then, how black men are attacked and how we are demonized. I get it. I feel that you're right on a lot of those topics, but this, you need to stay right back in your lane because obviously you don't know sports that well. And just like a whole bunch of other black commentators out here on the internet, they don't know sports like you think. And maybe just like some of y'all don't watch sports who view my channel. And you know what? That's fine. That means your information needs to come from sources of people who really do pay attention to it, not just the content creator. Now me, I'm a master of none. I don't have anything that I'm just particularly a expert at except damn near sports. I pretty much know sports to a T. So when I see stuff like that, it just rubs me completely the wrong way. Now, if you're talking about video games, movies, TV, stuff like that, I can give you a whole lot of spin on stuff like that. Now, everything else that I'm pretty much talking about on this channel is pretty much opinionated. It is just literally whatever I'm thinking. And that's why when people just be saying crazy stuff to me in the comments, it's fine. I really don't care. It's just we need to start having dialogue about stuff. I like the fact that people actually want to respond back. I just want people to be able to respond back to me if I give another rebuttal and just realize hey man, we might have a difference of opinion, which is good. We're staying healthy down there in the comments. But this is stupid. What she's talking about today absolutely makes no sense. First of all, this means you know nothing about the NFL. You really want to know why Shadeur Sanders got a $4 million contract? It's because he was a 5th round draft pick. The NFL has a rookie wage scale that literally slots in pretty much the money that you're going to be able to make. Travis Hunter was a number 2 overall pick. That's why he got a $46 million contract. 2nd pick overall versus the 190th pick overall. There's going to be quite a difference in the pay. Honestly, you're lucky to see that Shadeur Sanders got about $4 million at all. Just because he's a quarterback, I think is the only reason he made over $4 million. Has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with the fact that Dion is his father. No, nothing to do with the fact that he has a black dad and a great structure at home. And he's not dealing with all these white women or dealing with these off-melanated women like you're talking about with Travis Hunter. It has nothing to do with that. Them being oh, don't worry, let's go ahead and give Travis the money. Look at his woman. She's clearly not black, so we don't mind giving him all the money because when, he loses it all, he can give it back to us. That's not what they're thinking about. They're doing it because that is literally the structure of their business. That is it. It has nothing to do with all these race motivated stuff. I mean, honestly, this makes you sound ridiculous. It makes you sound dumb. This is a very bad take. And from somebody who is as intelligent as you are out here on YouTube, you should know better. That's disappointing. Another reason takes like this bother me is because whenever you start talking like this, you have a lot of people that follow your channel. Then that means you're going to have that many more people walking around in everyday life spewing and repeating the same lies to other people out there in the streets. You get more uninformed people to talk to more uninformed people, and then all these uninformed people, which is majority of the people, walking around with bad information, thinking that the NFL is prejudiced in how they did their money, when it's really how they slotted it. That's it. That's just how it's structured. But yeah, you're going to have people believing that the NFL is doing this based on race. When yes, they probably do. All the owners, I'm pretty sure many of them would just love to have those players out there in the field. But that's not what we're talking about right now. And that's not how they're running their business currently. They're really just trying to go ahead and pay them so they can get them on the field so they can go out there and play. That's it. It's structured. Shadeur Sanders was a 5th round draft pick. He's not going to get paid. He knows that. That's why he made the joke about his signing bonus being boo-boo. Because he knows as a 5th round draft pick, there ain't no money coming. Luckily, he's already rich and got money, and he already does it off of social media and all that other different stuff. So he's going to be fine. But yeah, his NFL money kind of weak right now. I see too many people do this. That's why I mentioned, I don't know what order I'm releasing all these videos. I got videos made all the way through like the 11th of June. So I'm a little bit ahead, and that's why some of them are going to be like, when did he make this video? That's why sometimes when you see me in these videos, I'll have facial hair, I'll have a mustache, I have a different haircut, I'll look bummy, I'll look dusty, and then sometimes I look clean as hell, and then sometimes I have no, it's all over the place because I record these and then I'll put them out scheduled ahead, and it is what it is. Now, today is going to be one of those videos where I recorded the video today and I released it today. So that's what this is going to be. Literally, this is just me waking up, putting on a shirt, and I saw something on YouTube, and I was like, no, we need to address this because this is absurd. Stuff like this really does bother me because I always talk about people speaking about things completely out of context. That's why when content creators who clearly don't watch sports like to report on sports and start talking about it like they know things and they can't pronounce none of the players' names, lets me know that they're grifting. It's okay to grift. Here on this channel, God Family Clout, we talk about it all the time. Just a clear little joke, but it's kind of what we do here. It is a grift channel to an extent, talking about current topics. Some of them I had to go do a little bit of research on, and most of the stuff that I talk about on this channel, I already know something about it. I do keep up with a lot of different things. I just might not know exactly what's going on right then and there. So I had to go get a little bit of information and then try to make a video. But also, just addressing what the Hate Outside said in my last video about Angel Reese and whatnot. Yes, Angel Reese got her head slammed up off of the court, right? Now, I get what you're saying. You're saying, oh, you're telling me she didn't have smoke for Alyssa Thomas after she basically suffered a concussion? You know what? Fair point. But my thing is, she didn't suffer anything. She got up and finished the game. Hell, I think they played them again later that season. Where was the smoke? There was no post really talking about after the game how dirty of a play it was. There was none of that. She just ignored it. And that's why I had a problem with that versus what she did with Caitlin Clark. Why was it so over the top for Caitlin, but for Alyssa, nothing? Crickets. You just gonna let her bully you out there on the court? All right, sure. Well, anyway, that's all I got. Peace.